Hey guys, and welcome back to MUFC Realist TV, the Done Deal show. This recording Saturday the 7th, and the transfer window is open 3 more days before it closes. Of course, on this channel, we're going to talk about no other than what you see on the screen, the one and only, the Swedish goal-scoring machine, Victor Gyökeres. For you that's been following me on my tweets and timelines, you see that I've been quite accurate. But now, finally, somebody is kind of reporting what I've been saying for weeks. And there's no other than Fabrizio Romano. We're going to talk about what he said about Victor Gyökeres and potentially joining Manchester United. We're also going to talk about the goalkeeping situation. No other than the best-in-class goalkeeper available, that Manchester United are in a tight race with Manchester City. We're talking about Diogo Costa from Porto in Portugal. Guys, do me a massive favor. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And let's ride into the show, shall we? Just ride the bullet, shall we? Let's go.
And Garnacho!
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Will you be in the dugout at Old Trafford on Sunday? I will be here. Definitely.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go, people. The transfer window, some people love it, some people hate it. I absolutely thrive on it. For you that's new, that hasn't been following me on my tweets and timelines, go and check me out on Twitter and give us a little bit of subscribe. Hit the like button on this video as well, and subscribe if you're new. Because if you don't know me, Mick used to work as a football intermediate and a freelance journalist. So yes, if we do get some information from the agents camp itself, we tend to share with the Manchester United community. Why? Because I love my club and I want us to be back to the glory days. So buckle up, let's go, let's speak about what's going on with Victor Gyökeres. No other than Fabrizio Romano has now come out to say that there is a genuine interest. Let me just share the screen. Let's go to the beacon of the transfers, because when they speak, that's the only thing that you count. No matter if a small fish like me is ahead of time, doesn't really matter. But let's go. Let's add this to the stage. No other than just came out by United Truthful, another aggregator, to say that Victor Gyökeres was keen to move to Manchester United before the Europa League final, before they didn't qualify. However, he's still open to assess all options, and it's not UCL or nothing. United will have the chance to sign him, depends on sales. This is according to Fabrizio Romano, people. Now, guys, go and do me a favor, massive favor. Go on my Twitter timeline and just check what I've been writing. I've been writing since the 18th of May, saying this ahead of time, ahead of everyone else. And please check it out. Like, I can just basically go. I'm not really asking for credits, but, you know, at the end of the day, let me add this to the stage, right? Go into my Twitter to say, you know, you can follow it from the 18th to the 30th May, you know, in parallel, what Ben Jacobs was saying, you know, as mentioned of the 18th of May, Arsenal prime target is Benjamin Sesko. Understood, if United and Amorim have spoken to Gyökeres, he's most likely will choose Manchester United without Champions League. If you read this is getting very interesting. And I've been following up, like, and I've been doing this. I've been, you know, really, you know, milking it, because I'm speaking directly with Gyökeres agents camp, right? Gyökeres wants Manchester United. He wants to play under Amorim. Talks has been ongoing for months. He rejected many Premier League clubs. Sporting and Amorim have strong bond. A gentleman agreement was in place for Victor Gyökeres already 5 months ago. But however, Manchester United needs, according to also what Fabrizio Romano says, to generate sales. So who is going to be the sacrificial lamb? Well, in my opinion, the most likely to go out first is no other than Jadon Sancho. And no, really, sorry, not Jadon Sancho, but Alejandro Garnacho and Rashford. And let me see. Yeah, Anthony Dos Santos, apparently. But however, Manchester United do have money to spend. And there was being reported that we do have £140 million to spend in the transfer window before sales. But what a lot of people are not really talking about is the amortization impact, meaning the installments, right? Some people say we already blew the budget on Mbeumo, and we already blew the budget potentially on Cunha, but that is not the case. right? If you do 3 installments, 4 installments on each players, you only pay 20 million for Cunha this year. And then you pay 20 million for Mbeumo. By the way, his second bid has gone in on 62 million, and it's going to be the same, what I've been told, the same structure as Matthias Cunha, meaning 3 installments, 175 million, 175k a week, plus add-ons in terms of reaching up to 200k if he achieves his performance index. That is then leading to approximately 40 million spent on these 2 transfers. That means the Man United still have about 100 million to spend. So, however, time is the essence, and I think that Manchester United will more likely trigger this as of the 1st of July, since it's the first PSR, financial year start. So that's what I've been told, and that's what I believe is going to happen. However, Arsenal heavily going in for Benjamin Sesko. We heard yesterday the personal terms has been agreed. I've reported this as well if you go on my timeline. And this is Andrea Berta that has been pushing, trying to convince Sporting Lisbon, trying to convince Gyökeres. But at the end of the day, they shifted the target no other than what? Benjamin Sesko. So the stars are aligning. We've seen that multiple Premier League clubs has been going in for Gyökeres because in his release clause contracts, there are certain amount of clubs in the Premier League that can, they're being given this release clause on 55 million pounds, which is equivalent to 65 million euros. And part of that is Manchester United. Okay. So ironically to say that, a lot of clubs has been trying, a lot of clubs failed, and the stars are aligning. Isn't it funny that, the leading goal scorer in Europe 2 years in a row, and then nobody is coming in, right? It's dead silence, only Man United. So I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think. I'm not going to be waffle, but I'm just happy that Fabrizio Romano at the end of the day came in and said what he said, because this just confirms what I've been saying for weeks and weeks. Let me reiterate this. Let me add this to the stage. Again, Victor Gyökeres was keen to move to Manchester United before the UEL final, before they didn't qualify. However, he's still open to assessing all options, and it's not UCL or nothing. United will have the chance to sign him, depends on sales. Again. This is something that I've been saying for weeks, and this is something that you should keep your eyes on the price. But however, this is the name of the transfer window. The big guns comes in. Ornstein, Fabrizio. For me, what matters is the Manchester United are cooking. The Manchester United getting the prime targets across the door. Now, regarding another story is also that's heating up, because we know the Manchester United are looking for a Onana goalkeeping replacement. We've been heavily linked with Emi Martinez. I think that is because it's Premier League proven. Milinkovic-Savic as well, Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, and Lemons as well. Wow, Lemons is a 22-year fantastic, but there is one that we keep forgetting, and that is now a transfer race for no other than Diogo Costa. It's led to believe that Manchester United was there scouting in when Portugal play in the Nations League, and this is something that we are looking best in class. We need a best-in-class goalkeeper and a best-in-class striker on top. And Diogo Costa ticks all the boxes in terms of shot stopping. Now, this is tight for race. And why is City looking for him when they do already have Edison? I don't really know. But if Edison is on the market, then should Man United go for that signing? I believe that at the end of the day, Onana will be sold to Saudi. And Onana is done with what I've been hearing from the backroom staff of United. It's just a face for the Shiraz to say, well, listen, at the end of the day, he's our goalkeeper. But, however, Onana wanted a salary increase, but not making Champions League, there will be a salary deduction, 100%. So guys, let me know what you think. Which goalkeeper will you take? Will you take a Diogo Costa? It's going to cost a lot of money, according to the latest report. I think it's going to be about 40 million euros, 100%. But we bought Onana for 40 million anyway, and it was a flop. It was a definite flop. Guys, I'm trying to sort of run things up less than 10 minutes, and we can do a longer stream at the end of the day. Sorry, I'm not taking any super chats or anything like that, but do not forget to smash that like button and leave your comment. Do you think that Gyökeres, now that Fabrizio Romano has come out and Multiple sources are now towing the line. Will become a Manchester United. Stars are aligning, and who will Manchester United sign as a goalkeeper? Would you like a Diogo Costa? Sign me up for that one. This has been Mick Roby from MUFC Reels TV, guys. Like and subscribe, please. And as per usual, see you to the next one. Peace. I'm out of here. Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Reels TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.
Ineos, best in class. Now I understand best in class recruitment, best in class striker, best in class goalkeeper. You have to impress us.